Good day, fellow Titans, Hunters, and Warlocks, and welcome back to Destiny. And today is a big day. Today is the 7th anniversary of Destiny having launched. That's right, 7 years ago today, September 9th, 2014, Destiny went live. So I thought, in commemoration of this game's anniversary, that we would look at some of the Easter eggs that you can find in the game. And if you've ever played Destiny for any amount of time, you will probably have noticed that some of the items, such as armor or guns or ships or ghost shells or shaders, have unusual names or labels or flavor text. So, why do those things have those names? Why do those things have those descriptions? And I thought, let's take a little bit of a deep dive into that. And for the 7th anniversary of Destiny, let's take a look at 7 Easter eggs in the game. For our very first item, let's look at a weapon. The Leewa Milady pulse rifle. In Destiny, there is a pulse rifle you can acquire called the Leewa Milady. And I love the flavor text on this gun. It says, "The cold sharpshooter's precision of the Hake Leewa Milady is a marvel to behold." Leewa Milady is an interesting name, right? Well, if we go back into World War II history, we find a woman in Soviet Russia by the name of Lyudmila Pavlichenko, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, who is credited with 309 confirmed kills as the most successful female sniper of all time. She recorded all 309 confirmed kills during only a 10-month period of the Second World War, fighting the Germans along the Eastern Front during the sieges of Odessa and Sevastopol. She was pulled from combat in May of 1942, having been wounded in fighting around Moscow, and she had at that point earned the nickname Lady Death. My only question for Bungie is, why did you name a pulse rifle after a famous sniper and not an actual sniper rifle after her? But there you go. There's the first one. The Leewa Milady pulse rifle, named after one of the most successful snipers in world history. For our second item, we're going to look at a ship, the Fangs of Nyx. Now, the Fangs of Nyx is a ship that you can acquire by opening treasure boxes on patrol. It is considered a blue or rare ship in the game. It's not too hard to acquire, but Nyx is an interesting and unusual name. Looking into Greek mythology, we find that Nyx is the goddess of the night, and is the mother of Hypnos, the god of sleep, and Thanatos, the god of death. Nyx was considered especially beautiful and powerful, so much so she was feared by Zeus himself. Now, in Greek mythology, Nyx isn't known to have any fangs per se, but she was the goddess of the night. The impression I get here is maybe, if she had some major fangs, maybe Bungie is implying that she was a vampire? Just a little food for thought. For our third item, we're going to look at a ghost shell, the Diaspora ghost shell that can be acquired from Dead Orbit. Now, Diaspora is an interesting word, especially when you combine it with the faction that can reward this particular ghost. For anyone who is a fan of Destiny, as you probably well know, the Dead Orbit faction believes that humanity should abandon Earth for the stars and new worlds. They spend their time accumulating resources and ships so that they can accomplish this goal of abandoning Earth and setting up a new home far away from the solar system that we inhabit now. The word diaspora fits into this theme, as the word was originally coined to refer to the dispersion of the Jewish people from the land of Israel and into the far corners of the world, specifically in the 8th century BC when they were taken captive into the Assyrian Empire. The word diaspora has now come to refer to pretty much any people who are from or identify with a particular region, but live in a different part of the world. Earning this ghost shell is another subtle reminder from Dead Orbit of what their agenda is in the tower. Number 4, we're going to look at a scout rifle, the Hero Formula. Now, if you go down to the Crucible vendor, who sells you a variety of weapons, he has one in particular with an unusual name that I decided to do some more digging on. The Hero Formula Scout Rifle. It's an okay weapon. You know, if you get one with decent perks, you might be able to use it pretty well in PvE. I wouldn't say it's anything groundbreaking, but I found the gun's name unusual. So, after a little bit of digging, I came up with this. The Hero Formula, also known as the Heron Formula, is named after Hero of Alexandria, a Greek mathematician who lived in Alexandria, Egypt, circa 10 to 70 AD. The mathematical formula he came up with concerns the geometry of a triangle. In essence, if you know all 3 sides of the triangle, you can calculate the area of the triangle. In a nutshell, the Scout Rifle is an homage to an important mathematician who lived 2,000 years ago. Number 5, we're going to look at a shader. The 1832746-64703388. What a name! If you're any sort of collector in Destiny, you've probably gotten your hands on this shader or seen someone wearing it, and you've probably scratched your head as to why on earth it has a long set of numbers instead of a proper name. Well, and this took me a little while to figure out, if you take the set of numbers and split them into 2 groups, so you have 1832746 and 64703388, flip their order, so you have now 64703388 followed by 1832746. And then if you introduce a decimal point after the second number of both groups, so it looks like this, 64.703388-18.327496, you actually have a set of GPS coordinates for the middle of Sweden, near a town called Umgranzil. And I don't know if I said that correctly or not. Now, if you look at the shader's colors, they are, and this is no coincidence, blue and yellow, which happen to be the colors of the nation of Sweden. So there you go. We have a shader buried in the game with a slightly encrypted set of GPS coordinates as an homage to the nation of Sweden. Item number 6, we're going to look at another weapon, the sniper rifle, the 1,000-yard stare. It has the flavor text, you can see everything, you can unsee nothing. This weapon was introduced in Taken King. It is quite popular among a lot of players. I have one that I've used to great effect for many years now. But the 1,000-yard stare is an unusual name. Well, if we dig around in history once more, we come across the term 1,000-yard stare used to describe the blank, unfocused gaze of combatants who have become emotionally detached from the horrors around them. In a nutshell, it is basically a symptom of PTSD. So kind of a grim title for a sniper rifle, but there you go, a little look into some old history. Number 7, we're going to look at a fusion rifle, the Susanu. The Susanu fusion rifle, as many of you Destiny players know, is a Warlock exclusive that was introduced during the Taken King expansion. It is set up as a solar energy rifle, but has a unique perk called Elemental Transfusion. That perk reads, causing damage with subclass abilities will transfuse that damage type to this weapon for a period of time. So, as you can see here, whenever using the weapon with a particular subclass, such as Voidwalker or Stormcaller, and you inflict grenade or melee damage, you see the weapon changes to that particular element. But what about the name? Susanu? Well, Susanu in the Shinto religion of Japan is a kami, or spirit, or holy power. Susanu no Mikoto, his proper name, is characterized as a multifaceted deity of an impetuous nature, associated with seas and storms, slaying of giant serpents, and the growth of agriculture and crops. He is known as both a malevolent and a benevolent deity, and I do not have the time to fully explain his complex mythology here in this video, but suffice it to say, he is a deity of changing personalities, much like the fusion rifle that we have found in Destiny. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and enlightening and entertaining. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button, subscribe, and if you want me to continue doing some more Easter egg videos about Destiny, leave a comment below for some of the items that you've seen that you want an explanation on. I will dig it up and I will continue making some more videos on the Easter eggs of my favorite game. Speaking of my favorite game, happy 7th birthday to Destiny. I have loved every minute of playing this game. It's been a fantastic 7 years. I hope we have a few more years of playing Destiny. Once again, thank you for watching. My name is Telric, and I'll see you next time.